Most people try context injection once, get good output, and then quietly stop doing it 2 weeks later. Not because it failed, because rewriting your product context from scratch every single time is tedious, and tedious things don't survive contact with a business sprint. So professionals don't rewrite context, they write it once and reuse it. That document is your product Bible. It's the single source of truth about your product that you paste at the top of every refinement session. So the AI starts every conversation already knowing your world. Let me show you exactly what goes in. 9 sections. I build them using my schedule Raspberry, the real shift scheduling tool we are using throughout this course. Section 1, the product. 1 paragraph. What does this thing do? And who is it for? For my schedule, it's a WordPress plugin that lets a film crew request shifts, designed to reward people who ask for the popular shift modestly and discourage people who grab it every day. Section 2, your users. 2 or 3 persons, no more. My schedule has exactly 2. The worker who can see everyone's schedule but only edit their own, and only during a 4-hour window on Friday morning. And the administrator who manages the roster and the shift limits, but crucially cannot touch the schedule once it locks. The AI needs these roles because half your stories will start with as a worker or as an administrator. Section 3. The business model. This one surprises people. My schedule isn't software as a service product with a subscription. It's an internal tool for one crew of about 30 people built as a favor for a friend. That matters because it tells the AI not to invent billing screens, free trials, or upgrade prompts. Knowing what your product is not is just as useful as knowing what it is. Notice what just happened in 3 short sections. We already stopped the AI from inventing subscriptions, sign-up flows, and billing logic that does not exist in this product. The product Bible works as much by what it rules out as by what it puts in. Section 4, integrations. WordPress login, WordPress database, that's the whole list. So the AI doesn't bolt a separate sign-up flow on every story. Section 5, technical constraints. This is where you save yourself the most pain. We have Serbian interface, Central European time, not data archiving, and no notifications at all in version 1. Write those down once and the AI stops suggesting an email alert system in every second story. Section 6, your definition of ready. The checklist a story must pass before it's allowed into a sprint. Hand an AI your bar and it holds its own output to it before you even read it. Stop and look at what we have now. The AI already knows your users, your constraints, your integrations, your business model, and your definition of ready. That's one more onboarding than most new hires get in the first week. And it took you 1 document. Section 7 is your style guide. How your stories read, format, tone, how much detail in the acceptance criteria. Given it 1 real example and it matches your voice instead of inventing a generic one. Okay? Section 8, abbreviation and the main language. My schedule has its own private vocabulary, modesty, greed, the quota, displacement, which is when a modesty worker automatically bumps a greedy one out of a full shift. If the AI does not know these words, every story comes out vague. If it does, the story sounds like they were written by someone who actually sits in your team. Section 9 is sprint patterns. story size, sprint length, how your team slices the work. If your team prefers small 3-point stories in 2-week sprints, the AI should know that. Otherwise, it hands you giant cross-system epic your team would reject on site. And here is the part I really want you to see. Take the exact 9 sections template and fill it for a completely different product. A business-to-business invoicing app. The personas becomes accountant and client. The business model becomes monthly subscriptions. The integration becomes Stripe and QuickBooks. The vocabulary becomes Net 30 and Downing. Now, if you are not familiar with the term, it describes a strict payment deadline and the process of chasing unpaid bills. The kind of domain language an AI would never get right without you teaching it first. It is the same template, completely different domain. The structure does not care what you build. That's what makes it a framework and not a one-off. 2 more things, and they're both short. Keep it fresh. Every 3 months, add 1 line at the bottom. Recent changes we shipped. 2 minutes of updates buys you 3 months of better output. A stale product Bible quietly lies to keep your AI. And keep it safe. Never paste source code. Never paste the personal data like real names, emails, or passwords. And never paste API keys. My schedule stores all of those, and none of them belongs in a prompt. If your company won't allow any product detail to leave the building, this entire framework runs on-premise AI just as well. A local model, Azure OpenAI, Copilot Enterprise, the method doesn't change, only the address you send it to does. Build your product Bible once, you will paste it for years.